So enjoy the sunshine the rest of the evening. Even if you're feeling that cooler breeze, that May sun really goes a long way to make it feel much better. That easterly wind is sweeping across the area, and we'll go dropping tonight back into the 50s. And eventually, if you scroll ahead in that hour-by-hour forecast, we'll be back somewhere right around the mid to upper 40s as we get to tomorrow morning, depending on where you are, a little closer to the lake, maybe considerably warmer. What's ahead for Friday? We want you to be prepared for rain and some thunder to return, more likely after 4 o'clock, and rainfall totals of a quarter to a half an inch as we go through Friday evening and overnight Friday. All of that rain will be wrapping up into Saturday morning. Most spots are in the 60s, although a few low 70s off to the south and west. Considerably cooler near the immediate lakeshore. Monroe to Luna Pier, you're feeling it. Out toward Reno Beach, also Point Place, back in the 50s. Marblehead at 53 degrees, one of the cooler spots on radar. There's barely a cloud in the sky, but still some evidence, though, of that wildfire smoke from those wildfires up in Alberta, Canada, and it is drifting down into our area. That wildfire smoke, again, another night of vivid sunsets that will be possible. And how about this picture from Greg? This was on the breakwall of the Portage River out there toward Port Clinton. Evidence of that haze and what it can do. Yeah, we're getting a ooh and an ah from Jeff Smith over there in the studio. Longer days, longer sunsets, and more time into the evening to be out there to enjoy that sunset. Sunset time at 8:49. And by the end of the May, look at this, we're going to have our first 9 o'clock sunset. The long days of summer are going to be living this month and into next month. 70s expected through tomorrow afternoon. Get out there to do that yard work before 4 p.m. because rain will return. Let's time it out with meteorologist John Birchfield. And John, it's been some time since we've had some rain. What are we talking as far as timing and, of course, the amounts that we're going to be expecting?
Well, Chris, not going to be an all-day washout, but you will need the umbrella mainly in the late afternoon and the evening hours. And it's been a while since we've seen rain, and much of that 10-day forecast is going to feature the return to sunshine. Tomorrow morning, there is no worries of any rainfall. In fact, you may see a few glimpses of sunshine. Even much of the afternoon, no worries of rain. After 4 o'clock p.m., that is when the umbrella will come in handy, and that rain chance begins to increase during the evening hours with a few lingering rain showers during those overnight hours as you sleep. Our rain chance comes along with this cold front. It's going to be a dry morning with some sunshine. By the late afternoon through the evening, that cold front comes knocking on our doorstep, and it's going to arrive with a round of rain and perhaps a few thunderstorms as well. That front's going to move in around dinner time. You could hear a few cracks of thunder and some brief downpours associated with this line. By midnight, that front's going to be east of our area. However, still some lingering showers possible for the early part of the overnight. But the good news is sun returns by the weekend. Planning out your day, it's going to be a bit of a cool start to the day. Dry weather at least through lunchtime and into the latter half of the day. That is when rain chances begin to rise. And after this rain chance, Chris, looks like we'll be right back to the dry, sunny stretch of weather.
Hey, John, a question for you as well. We've got a cold front coming through the area in the month of May. Typically, we'd think, what's the risk of severe weather? Really is no risk of severe weather with this round.
Yeah, it's slim to none. We simply don't have the right ingredients for a strong to severe weather day, but still could hear some few rumbles of thunder, at least during the later evening hours tomorrow.
But John, are you ready for that summertime heat that's going to be heading in toward next weekend? How about that?
Yeah, certainly going to be a little toasty with those 80s returning.
And that's what we're going to be talking about. Close to 80 for tomorrow. Meteorologist John Birchfield, I really appreciate that update. And there's that chance of rain that John talked about. And really after 4 o'clock is when that chance will increase. And we should reach 80 degrees for most areas. We turn considerably cooler into the weekend. Saturday, back in the upper 60s. Some lingering cloud cover may obscure some of that sun. More sun on Sunday. That will be the better of the 2 weekend days. Mid 70s. Another breeze that will turn a little cooler on Monday. But look at this outlook. Dry conditions will be expected Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. Sunshine will take us back into the low 80s Wednesday. And there's the heat that's going to be building Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The beauty of that 10-day forecast already gives you a look toward Memorial Day weekend, and we're talking a big warm-up that should take us well into the 80s.